In my previous video, I did an unboxing video of this guy here. This is a Smartblender Go. It's actually a portable smart blender that you use to blend fruits and some little things, basically fruit. Oraimo claims that this blade is very sharp. I mean, very sharp, and it can actually crush ice, like literally crush ice. I tried that. I put this through a lot of stress. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you if you should get this smart blender or not. Listen, there's some advantages and disadvantages of this smart blender. I've been using this for close to 2 months now, and it took me time because I'm trying to study it. It's a little bit very complicated to use. There are times whereby you are using it and the next moment it's completely shuts down. So it's a little bit kind of frustrating, but if you take your time, study your manual and adjust yourself to how it works, yeah, you could like it. So without wasting much time, let's get down to the breakdown. So first of all, I'll start with this. This is the engine itself, all right? And it's actually rated at about 5 volts, which is close to 2 ampere. So it's quite heavy on the hand, and this can actually be removed and it comes off like this. So it comes off like this, and you have apparently 4 pieces. So this is the blade, and while touching the blade, it doesn't look sharp. As you can see. It doesn't really look sharp at all, but it actually does the work. So this part itself, I actually like it in the sense whereby without the complete attachment being on it, it can't work. Trust me, it can't power on. Let's try to see. Double tap. You could see the light coming on is actually yellow. Now, there is this white knob here. This white knob actually helps this clicks in and pin it down. So when this does, the machine knows that yes, there's a connected casing and the blender to it. So automatically it picks it up. Now, what if we put it this way and we try to turn it on? It's not going to turn on. Why? Because you see this here. You could see, if you pay a closer look, you see this is a little bit kind of up. So once you press it down, it still won't work. So that's one of the reasons why I like this blender, because it's actually very smart. When I mean smart, I mean it is literally very, very smart. But once you put in everything you need to put in, and you close the blender, and you turn it on, it works. So to power on this device, what you have to do is you have to double press it. When you double press it, automatically it starts working. Yeah. I use this to blend dates, and mind you, I did not soak the dates. No, I didn't soak the dates. I basically just blend it the way it is. I wash it and blend it, and it's kind of work. But you see, the downside is when you are blending something that is quite heavy, that is not just juice, you are putting the blender through a lot of stress. And when that stress is coming, it shuts down automatically. It works for about, let me say, maximum of 5 seconds, then it shuts down. In your Oraimo manual, Oraimo states that if the blender keeps shutting down, all you have to do is to tilt it over, press it, the rest starts, then you can start blending. And yeah, I did that, it works. But here is the thing. There's actually a max capacity here. And this max capacity is to enable room inside the cup for a better blending experience. Because if you fill it up to the brim, obviously there is no space for whatever you are blending to keep coming down for the blender to do its job. It's just like, you putting the blender through a lot of stress. And trust me, this guy is not going to blend. I can be honest with you, it's not going to blend. It's just going to be shutting down at intervals. You keep pressing it, 5 seconds, it shuts down, 5 seconds, it shuts down, 5 seconds, it shuts down. So it's kind of frustrating, I have to tell you, it's kind of frustrating. But once you put it to the maximum, which is at this particular capacity, as it's spinning, there's a lot of room. There's a lot of room all throughout the cup that actually gives it the required space for it to blend. Just look at the cup itself. If you pay a closer look, you see that there are some dents in it. Yeah, that is as a result of the date, because I had to use it to blend dates. I use it to blend dates. I use it to blend ice. I use it to blend a couple of things, and to my surprise, it works very well. So if you have this blender, like I said, and you're having issues with blending, please, first of all, check your required capacity. Then tilt the blender sideways or upside down. Make sure this cap is well locked. So when you do that and you tilt it upside down, all you have to do is just keep sliding it down little by little till it keeps blending. Now, the disadvantage of this that I don't like is the fact that, will I say it is too smart for its liking, or the way it has been programmed to work based on the fact of its portability, meaning that because of it's a portable blender, there are there are more or less like some limitations to it, just so you actually get to, so the blender has to do its job. Because blending a lot of things, you put whatever you want to blend to the brim, it won't blend. You have to pour it away. You have to go through the whole process of turning upside down, this, that, and that. Obviously, it's kind of stressing and pissing off. Well, if you get used to it, like I said, if you get used to it, you put it at the minimum and you blend, trust me, you are going to actually enjoy this blender. It has a USB Type-C port. And this battery is rated 2000 mAh. On my usage, it didn't last me long because I blended consecutively for a quite longer period of time. Let me say I blended pineapple, I blended banana, I made smoothie that is banana, pineapple, and apple together with watermelon, and it's actually did it well, but it only lasted for a couple of, let me say, 30 minutes. That is when you put it on extreme stress. Yes, when you put this guy on extreme stress, it only lasts for that limited amount of time. So, well, I have to say, the build is quite cool. It's quite strong. It's basically plastic. I did a drop test. I put it through a lot of stress to see it to work, and yeah, it still does the job. So if I'm to make a cheat, let me do this. You see that? So that's just what I have to say for this blender. But to me, I wouldn't be using it to blend fruit because it's just to me, it's just not for it. So basically what I'll be using it to do is just for my protein shake, to mix my protein shake, because this is actually the kind of quantity I use. But you using it as a juicer on the go, yeah, it works. But you trying to use it as a juicer at home to blend more or less a wide variety of fruit with a much wider capacity, I won't recommend you buy this, because it's just going to take you time and it's going to actually frustrate you. I have to tell you that to frustrate you, because blending this amount of things, let me say you buy a full watermelon, apple, banana, and pineapple you want to blend. You start cutting, you start blending, you start mixing, you start blending, you start mixing. It's stress. So if you want to buy this, well, depending on your preference, I could say you could buy it. Yeah, you could buy it. But then you need to know what you want to use it for exactly. If you want to use it for, maybe you are just strolling around, then you just want to do a small juicer, fine, you could use it. Talking about the battery capacity, it lasts a long time, like I said, but it depends on the stress you put on it. The stress matters. Yeah, it does. Now, there's one more thing. If you are charging this and you are using just a normal USB Type-C charger with a Type-C cord that it's not really compatible. Let me say, does not really have the enough output to charge this. It's not going to charge. I charged it like there's some amount of times and it kept failing. It wasn't charging. Charging this device takes approximately 1 hour, 20 minutes, depending on the kind of charger you're using. It takes about 1 hour to get it fully charged. I've charged it with a power bank I've charged it with power supply, and yeah, it worked. So guys, if you want to get this, please do get it. And also kindly subscribe. Please kindly subscribe. This year we want to hit 1,000 subscribers, so please do kindly subscribe, like this video, and share with your friends and family. So without any much time wasting, I'll see you in the next video.